All right, guys. This is week 6 of the pool drama. It's actually getting kind of cool, you know? I'm having fun doing this as like a regular thing. All right, so I moved the pool pump over and the filter over on this side. Sorry, we got a little guest who wanted to look at the pool pump too. So we moved the pool pump over here and the thing over here because we're putting 120. Are you getting in here? You checking it out? Okay, hold on. We got to do an inspection. Is it okay? Is it okay? Are we good? Clean? Okay, we passed inspection. All right. So now that we passed our inspection, we have a spot right here next to the fence, next to the other filter. I got it away from the pool a little bit. Last time, I just wanted to check and see if these pumps were working, so I put them as close to the pool as I could. Not like have too much of a pool for suction. So this is empty. It took me about 20 minutes. I thought it was going to take longer than that. I got 2 full 5-gallon buckets worth of sand, and we put that on the other side where we're going to start putting the paver stones. That way I can lay the sand flat, because if we just use the regular dirt, it's got rocks in it where I live here, and it'll never go out flat. So we have to get a little bit of sand or some kind of processed dirt, then roll out the mat and put the paver stone on. But I digress. So the next step is we're gonna have to wait for the medium. I washed all this out inside. It had some nasty stuff in the bottom. The sand was black, and part of it was like a weird red. I would say it almost looked like rust. Now, I don't know if that's where are you going under the deck? Okay, well, Meadow's going under the deck to check for chipmunks, and she's going to make sure they don't bite up any of our wires. But I saw some red stuff and some black stuff in here. And when I looked it up online, it said that could be dirt, it could be bacteria. Sand keeps bacteria in it. I don't know why, but sand does. But the glass doesn't keep bacteria in it for some reason. The glass is not porous like rocks. The glass is solid, so it doesn't keep anything in. Everything either connects to it for a backwash or it gets pushed right through, like water. Sand is different. So this is the piece that goes in here. So you put this down in here first. And this is the pipe, and then these little fingers are called laterals. So you have to clean all these. They have little slices in them, and we'll get a closer look at this in a minute. And these, once you put this down in, so these pull down like this, so you can't put them down and get it in here. So Hayward makes a way where you can pop them up. Now, I did see online that if you have an older pump or someone gives you a pump, the laterals can still be good, and the box like this, the container, is still good. You just have to change the medium out. But the old one's screwed on and screwed off. These ones have a swivel, and there's some screws down here. You take the whole bottom plate off and replace whichever one you want. But you put this down in, then you open them all up. And once it's opened up, then you put your medium in. But when I put the medium in, I'm going to show you 2 different tricks. The first one is how to not get sand in the pipe here. You don't want to get sand in the pipe. So this is the return pipe. So water comes all around the hole and goes down in, and then goes through your medium, and then gets filtered through the medium, and then all these little slits won't let the glass or the foam balls or whatever you pick for your medium or your sand to go through, and then it goes back up through this and then into the return of the pool. So what we're going to do is if you dump the sand directly on here, you could break these, but you put this down in, open them all up, and then go from there. Now, when we're not using this, I don't want it to be out in just direct sunlight, so we're gonna put like a tarp on this, or we're gonna build some kind of cover or something for now. Again, this is just temporary to help with the filter that's having a bad time. I have to figure out why the DE filter is not working correctly, or what I'm doing wrong. But I think I know what it is, but that's going to be saved for another video of fixing the DE filter. So here we are. We just have to get the top piece to put in here after we do the medium. The top piece was not moving, so I had to take that all the way apart and fix it. But I'm going to show you how to fix one of these top pieces as well, tear that apart. Go over the O-rings, the gaskets, everything, because if that swivel is not working, it'll leak on the top. And what happened was this one was not done right. So I got this one, and then they gave me a separate one of these with a top piece but no container. So I took them both apart. I took the best pieces out of both, and I reassembled it back together. And it moves so nice now. I put a little bit of wheel bearing grease on there from my auto shop. I saw some people are using Vaseline silicone grease, but I saw that Vaseline eats your O-ring gaskets and then they go bad. So we don't want to do that. So we used wheel bearing grease for cars, just a wee little bit. It's non-water soluble, which means that when it touches water, it doesn't disintegrate or dissipate. It will stay a grease. It's like underwater grease. So it's working great, but we'll show you that again on another episode. So this is where we're at. I'm going to start putting some hoses together here and getting ready. I don't know when the medium's going to come, hopefully in the next few days, so I can get it in here and get this thing running so we can get that pool looking better. But let's get a little closer look at this. So this is your laterals, right? And then it's just a PVC tube here that goes up into your the twist thing, the diverter valve or whatever it is called on the top, the pick. Now you see all the little slits in here. Let's pull one out so we can see. So it'll be like this, and then you see all the little slits here, right? All the little slits. And the sand is supposed to be bigger than the slits so the sand doesn't go through. Now, if you use play sand, it's so small that it goes through. You see all the sand that's captured in here? So now I got to get a little pick, and I'm going to dig all those little pieces out and wash this. I mean, I'm just being a little bit perfectionist at this time about it. You probably don't have to do all that, but it still, looks a little bit dirty, even though I cleaned it 2-3 times. Now we're just going to go ahead. But as long as there's no cracks, no breaks, none of these are popped holes through, you're good to go. If you do have one, it's got like 4 or 5 of these broken, I would go ahead and, if you have one of these that has 4 or 5 of these broken, I would go ahead and change that, because then the sand or whatever medium you use is just going to go in, get sucked up through the pipe, and then get shot out to the pool. And there's no reason to have a filter if you're just shooting glass and sand into your pool. So let me go ahead and get some more work done, and then we are going to try to get this put together. All right, so I finally got the media in. This is the glass, and I got 4 bags of 40, which is 120. Now this is a 150-pound sand, but for glass it converts to 120. So then I got a trick. We got some of the pool water here in this 2.5-gallon container, and then we have this. So these came out of 2 different ones, but they're the same height. This one has smaller laterals and is shorter to the ground with a longer pole. This one has a longer top piece to push up with longer laterals and the same size pole. Now, as you can see, I didn't clean this one, but I did clean this one. This is the one that came in the one that we're using, so I'm gonna keep using it because this one has a nice round circle, and someone got mad and chewed on this one. Now, you can cut the pipe, put a connection, and then another sleeve of this. If you line it all up correctly, you can cut this off and fix it.
We don't have time to do that, and since we have one that works, we're not going to spend our time on that unless we absolutely need it. Now, I'm not sure if longer laterals give you more cycle rate, gallons per hour, or what it is, or if that's the medium, because it looks like twice as much could go through this as this. Well, let's hold it up. So I would say you're getting about a third more. So the little one is 2/3 of the big one. So if you know, or you're a pool person or whatever, leave me a comment down below and say, oh yeah, you should use the longer laterals because it's more surface area, you got more. Or let me know, no, just go ahead and use the small one because it's the thickness of the medium where the water has to rush through, and the length of these, as long as they're close, doesn't matter. So I don't know. Again, I'm doing this for the first time so you guys can see the things that I'm doing that are mistakes and pluses. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this one in so we don't have to manipulate or change it at all. And then I'm gonna clean this one and save it just in case I need one in the future, or you know, someone else needs one, I could give that to them and fix the pipe or whatever else we need to do. So I am sweating today. So guys, I've never did a video with my shirt off, but it's been 90 something degrees for the last 3 days. I'm dying. As soon as I walked outside today, I started sweating. I have sweat in my eyes, which is kind of burning. I never put sunscreen on, but I did today because people keep complaining that I'm not doing it. So whatever, I tried it to see what would happen. I put a little on my forehead, but now it's dripping into my eyes. It's always something. If you know a way so I can get some sunscreen on my face without it dripping down into my eye, please comment down below a product that you like. I mean, we're not promoting it or anything. I just need a little help with this kind of stuff. You know, I'm not used to living on a beach and this kind of stuff. But I got my shirt off. I haven't been working out for a while, but I just been so busy. Okay, so we have all the laterals up, and we're gonna go ahead and put it into our container here. And then we're gonna reach down in there with our hand and push all the laterals flat and out. Then the next thing I'm gonna do after I push all the laterals out is I'm gonna add, well, actually we can just do it right now. So we're gonna add water first. So let's just add some water in here. Again, this is just water I took from the pool. It's amazing because it looks clear, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and dump the rest of this water in and get the stuff ready, and I'm gonna show you a trick. Okay, so we're at the point now where I got the laterals open and we're about to pour some stuff in. You kind of want to get this in the middle. It's hard to do by yourself, but you're gonna have to get something like this. So I took this off of a spray can. It just so happened to be spray paint, and it actually fits on here perfectly. Or if you don't have that, you can just get a cup or a plastic cup or a container. So I use this to water my plants when I'm growing baby plants for the garden. I'm doing that as well. We'll just put that on top like this, you know. So we're gonna try this little cup one because it's smaller. And then I'm gonna put some media in, and then I'm gonna try to get this in the middle a little more. I am gonna put a little more water in there as well. And then I'm gonna show you why I'm doing this. Ooh. Okay, so I got a really small hole in here. I'm gonna start pouring this in really slow. You can see I poured in really slow. It wants to go right in the center, right where that thing is. And now it's covered, right? And I'm just gonna put the sand in slow because I don't want it to fall down and be too heavy and hit the laterals. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do about half of this bag right here in front of you. Looks really cool. You can tell it's all old beer bottles and stuff with all the green and the brown and the blues and the color. Looks cool. We're putting this new media in, right? We're gonna do about half. We're gonna see where we're at. That way we can still Oh God, it's still pouring. Some of it is floating. That's weird. Some of it is floating. Okay, so I don't want to lose any because we only have enough. So we got to take care of it. All right, so you just knock it off the cap right here. You know, it went down the hole. You cannot get it in the hole. If you get it down in the hole, you got to start over. There's no fixing it from there. Now, I can't really see what's going on, so I'm just gonna kind of move it around a little bit. All right, guys, I have to call it quits. I'm so overheated. I got sunburn all over myself. He has the right idea. He's up here looking at all the water we got saved. You know what I mean? Wolfie, you gonna tell everybody goodbye? Say bye-bye. Come see us next week. He's so excited. He wants to go outside and play, but it's just too hot. So this is week 5. Next week we're gonna be finishing the filter, putting that top piece on and everything else. Whew, man. Okay, thanks for coming around. Make sure to like and subscribe, and please leave comments. I need your help, please. You see how much work I'm putting into this. I'm so busy with my auto shop, my auto channel, and then trying to do DIY stuff that I need your help as well.